What if I told you that beneath the image of the gentle mother, the luminous icon beloved by billions, there lie whispers, hidden layers, ancient texts, unsung mysteries of Mary, Mother of Jesus, that the world was not quite prepared to hear? Stay with me. In the next 7 minutes we will journey into forgotten writings, controversial visions, and symbolic truths, secrets of Mary that challenge, inspire, and maybe even unsettle. Welcome to Faith Flame TV. Let's dive in. Before we uncover the secrets, we need to remember the Mary we think we know. Mary, born in ancient Nazareth, betrothed to Joseph, chosen to bear the Christ child. She is the model of obedience, humility, faith. But what if there is more beneath the surface? More than the sweet Madonna image, more than the statue with roses at her feet. What if Mary represents something deeper, an arc of history, an icon of transition, a pointer to hidden truths? We begin our exploration with 2 threads. First, the lesser-known texts and traditions that whisper of Mary's mystery. Second, the extraordinary apparitions and visions that challenge mainstream narratives. Let's start with the texts. Most of us are familiar with Mary through the canonical Gospels. But there are ancient writings, apocryphal Gospels, proto-evangelia, that present different angles. Take for instance the Gospel of James, also called the Infancy Gospel of James, a 2nd century work that gives a startlingly detailed account of Mary's own birth, early upbringing, and the miracle of her being raised in the temple. In this text, Mary is destined from birth, her parents Joachim and Anne are portrayed in miraculous terms, and Joseph becomes more than a guardian, he is part of a sacred mystery. Why does this matter? Because it suggests that Mary's role wasn't simply Mother of Jesus, but the new Eve, the temple of God, the one through whom humanity moves into the new covenant. These are titles and ideas that the later church filtered, simplified, or overshadowed. Another example, the title Rosa Mystica, the mystical rose. While poetic, it carries layers of symbolic meaning, Mary as the rose emerging from the chaos of the world, as the one who bridges heaven and earth. These ancient traditions invite us to ask, what if Mary's true mission was deeper than we've been taught? What if she symbolizes a cosmic transition, a hidden doorway between the human and the divine? Let's now turn to the visions and apparitions, because here the whispers become louder and more contested. One of the most famous Marian apparition stories is the one at Fátima in Portugal in 1917. Mary reportedly appeared to 3 shepherd children and entrusted them with 3 secrets. The first secret, a vision of hell, terrifying in its imagery. The second, prophecy of war, and a plea for the consecration of Russia to her Immaculate Heart. The third secret, sealed for decades, finally revealed in 2000, but still generating debate and speculation. Why are these significant? Because they suggest Mary is not just a passive figure of piety, but a messenger of cosmic gravity, a herald of spiritual and worldly change. Moreover, there are countless lesser-known claims, statues that weep, visions that speak of corruption, of an apostasy, of a deeper spiritual warfare. While some are dismissed or controversial, their persistence invites a question. What if Mary's true role also involves exposing the hidden workings of power, both spiritual and earthly? Now, I'm not asking you to accept all claims uncritically, but to open to the possibility that Mary has been whispering truths, and the world was slow to listen. So what is the untold secret the title of this video alludes to? Here's our hypothesis. Mary's mission transcends motherhood alone. She is the bridge between humanity and the divine. She is the one who embodies and enacts the new covenant, and she is the silent agent of transformation, often hidden, often dismissed, yet pivotal. Key points to consider. Firstly, Mary is the new Eve. Just as Eve was in the garden, Mary enters the world bringing life, obedience, hope. The apocryphal texts emphasize this. Secondly, Mary as temple and ark. In some traditions, Mary is described as carrying the divine presence in her womb, just as the Ark of the Covenant carried God's presence. This elevates her beyond simply mother. Thirdly, Mary as rebel and prophet. In apparitions like Fátima, Mary is not a benign figure simply blessing. She is urgent, warning, prophetic. She calls for change. Lastly, Mary as hidden power. The Church often emphasizes her humility and purity, yet beneath that is a power that disrupts. The world perhaps wasn't ready for that disruptive, prophetic Mary. So the secret isn't just Mary did this or that. The secret is who Mary really is and what she invites us to become. Why was the world not ready to hear this? Because the implications are unsettling. If Mary is more than a symbol, then our view of faith, of divine human interaction, of power structures needs revisiting. If she calls for spiritual warfare, humility, radical obedience, then many institutions built comfortable images around her struggle under that weight. If her mission challenges the status quo of theology, of power, of society, the world resists. For centuries Mary was portrayed in art as softly gazing, holding the infant, serene. But that image can obscure the other side, the Mary who watches wars, who warns of peril, who invites conversion and transformation. Mary is not only the gentle mother, she is the fierce advocate, the prophetic voice, the vessel of the hidden. Today's world with its distractions, its instant images, its commodified spirituality is ill-equipped for the depth Mary offers. Hence the world wasn't ready. But what if now we are? What if the signal is becoming loud enough that we can't ignore it? In conclusion, the untold secrets of Mary aren't exotic tales meant to mystify, they are invitations. Invitations to see her not only as the mother of Christ, but as the doorway to deeper realities. Invitations to journey into humility, prophecy, sacrifice, and transformation. If you walk away remembering one thing, Mary wants us to participate, not just venerate. The secret she holds is that we too are part of her story. That our faith, our lives, our world may yet answer the call. If this video stirred something in you, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and let me know in the comments, what surprised you most about Mary? What questions do you still have? Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and keep seeking the hidden truths.